In this lesson, we're going to learn about solving equations. So let's first talk about what an equation is. Equation is when you have two expressions joined by an equal sign, so that one expression is equal to the other expression. So let's look at some examples. Let's start with one that's not an equation. So if you look here, we have 3 red pegs plus 2 blue pegs. So that's a total of 5 pegs on this side. And over here, we only have 4 pegs. So we know that 3 plus 2, 5, is greater than 4, and that's why the scale isn't balanced. You can tell that 5 is weighing it down. So this is not an equation. It doesn't have an equal sign, and the two sides are not equal. So if we come over here, if we change this 4 to a 5, then it becomes an equation. And that's because we now have 5 pegs on this side of the scale and 5 pegs on this side of the scale. So the two sides are balanced and equal. So if you keep this vision in your head of balancing the equation, and you keep this center in mind as your equal sign, then you know that when this side and this side are the same, then we have a balanced equal equation. So let's look at another example, this time with dots. So we've still got our balance scale here. And this time we have 7 dots on this side. And over here we have 3 dots plus this mystery envelope with an X on it that's got dots inside it. So let's see if we can figure out what's inside this envelope. How many dots are inside that envelope? So we know we've got 7 on this side. We know it's balanced. We can look at it and tell that they're equal. So we've got our equal sign. And then we have X plus 3. So we've got this X, which is some number of dots that we don't know, plus 3 dots. So what you're asking yourself is, what is X equal to? What would X have to be in order to make X plus 3 equal to 7? So another way to say that is, what can we add to 3 to get 7? So the answer would be 4. So X in this case would equal 4, because 4 is what would make the two sides of this equation equal. 4 would be 4 plus 3 is 7, and that is equal to 7. Okay, let's look at a different one. This time, instead of dots and pegs, we've used numbers. So on this side of the scale, we have 27, and on this side of the scale, we have 3y. So we know they're balanced. So I'm going to set it up like an equation. I'm going to say 3y equals 27. So I'm going to say to myself, what value of y would make both of these sides be equal? Another way to say that is, we know that 3y equals 3 times y. So what can I multiply by 3 to get 27 on this side? And that would be 9. So in this case, y would be equal to 9. Because if we substitute 9 in here, 9 times 3 would be 27, and that would be equal to the 27 that's over here.